new moon happening on 13th of November 2023. Now, this is a collective message for everyone. There will be timestamps in the description, so do check your sun, moon, and rising. If you'd like to book a reading, there will be a link down below as well. And if you'd like to show appreciation for these videos, there's a link down below as well. So let's get into it. So first, I'm going to go through the introduction, what this moon is about, what is happening with this moon. Please do watch this, right? Because this will give you an understanding of basically your sun, your moon, and rising going forward. Now, we are in Scorpio season. So the sun is in Scorpio, and this beautiful new moon, which is a new moon, is always a fresh start, a clean slate, a new beginning. And this moon is also in Scorpio. It's a Scorpio new moon, and we have Mars in Scorpio, and it will be in opposition to Uranus in Taurus. Okay, and that's important to be aware of. Now, the sun in Scorpio, it's Scorpio season. Scorpio season is the most transformative season. It is the season for you to basically face your fears and anxieties, what you didn't want to face, basically. Scorpio is that dark season in the energy of, like, if you were to think Scorpio, think of Scorpio because it is a water sign, fixed water. We're going deep into the ocean, right? You know, bottom of the ocean, where there is no air. Okay, and it shows you all the things that basically you've pushed deep down within yourself. That's Scorpio season. It shows you the fears, the trauma, the pain, everything relating to those elements that you basically put deep within you, and it's now time for you to face it. That's the energy. And through that facing, you send healing, you send alchemy. The alchemy comes in where you take back your power, where you face your fears, where you like, you know what, I got this. Now, with the sun and the moon and Mars all in Scorpio, it gives us very strong scorpionic energy. Scorpio energy is fixed water. This is where we can fixate on something we feel passionate about. We just hold on to it. This is what we are stuck on. This is what we're fixating on. That's why the energy of Scorpio can come across as, you know, obsessive. That's where the obsession comes in. If there's something a Scorpio is passionate about, whether it's you, a situation within their lives, they're passionate about it. Their feelings are passionate. And we can feel this passion during this time. Because of the opposition, because oppositions are tense placements, it's opposing factors. When I think oppositions, I always like to think of, like, you say something and someone says something back to you and they don't agree with you, and this creates this tension. It's conflict, right? With Uranus and Taurus, they are opposite signs, Scorpio and Taurus. And if you have fixed sign placements, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius, this will be very relevant for you with this new moon. It will affect all the other signs as well, which I will get into. So now we have this opposing factor, and because Mars is involved, good old Mars in Scorpio. Mars loves to be in Scorpio. It's at home in Scorpio, right? Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. Pluto is that energy of death, transformation, rebirth, regeneration, right? Everything hidden coming to light, so secrets can come to light. And because it has this Uranus and Taurus energy, it's a shock factor. It might shock you. It might take you for, like, oh my goodness, is this how it is? Kind of vibes. So be aware of that. Mars is the god of war, right? That's what we associated with in astrology, in mythology. It's where we go to battle. It's where we show courage. It's where we take action. It's where we're determined. It's where we are motivated. It's where we are passionate. It's where we take a stand and we stand up for something. And because of the opposition to Uranus, which brings us instability energy, we can definitely feel very aggressive, tense, violent. I can tell you most definitely stay away from anything that is dangerous. What do I mean by stay away from anything that's dangerous? If you know someone is volatile in nature, more reactive, you know, this is where you will see people react the most. This is where you can see accidents happen because of impulsive energy from Mars. That's the impulsive energy of the energy of Mars. It's impulsive. And because of that opposition to Uranus in Taurus with the Mars in Scorpio, this is where people can feel volatile. They can feel on edge. They can feel aggressive. And if you are in the wrong company, especially company that you know can be shady, can be, you do get those people who are prone to violence, who are prone to anger. This would not be the time to do that. This would not be the time to, it's more of a time to protect yourself more than anything from anyone or any situation. Don't go walking down a dark alley, kind of vibes. You got to keep it very much protection of one's energy, and especially and that's the worst case scenario with the violence, right? God of War is active during this time, and it's getting a lot of boost from the sun, right? When planets are together in a sign, they like boost each other, they amplify each other. The sun illuminates and adds this motivation, and the moon is like how you feel, right? And Mars is like, okay, I'm feeling motivated by the sun, I'm feeling these feelings deeply, and so that's where the aggression comes across. So be aware of any situations that especially people that are volatile, close, like just get angry on a whim, the people that are more reactive, impulsive. That's the biggest thing we need to be aware of during this new moon. And we could even see this new moon play out not just only within our personal lives, if we spend time around people who react, who are quick to anger, who are prone to anger, who lash out. There is the energy of wanting to lash out at others as well, especially with the sun conjunct Mars. Moon too. Moon is like we're irritable. We're feeling emotionally triggered, right? Emotionally, we feel hurt. This is where we can either hurt ourselves, be very hard on ourselves, be abusive is the correct word to ourselves, or either abuse someone. This is where we can feel like, oh my goodness, I'm going to beat myself down because of, maybe I feel weak. Don't do that. Do not do that. Do not indulge in that kind of energy during this new moon. It will be doing yourself a disservice, because you can use this new moon. Because of the Mars energy, you can use it to work on any passionate projects that you have. You can use it to exercise. I will definitely tell you to move your body. This is hot energy. This is Mars. It's hot. It's in Scorpio. It's at home. And it's, with the sun and the moon. So this is kind of hot energy. You can feel hot and bothered. You can feel intense. You can feel like you just can't let this thing go. This thing is worrying you and it's frustrating you. And someone says something to you and then you snap, right? Take a step back. Use this energy to overcome challenges. There is that Uranus energy in Taurus, which is telling us freedom and liberation. With the sun opposing Uranus, we still want freedom and liberation. If you feel anyone's controlling you, you're going to want that freedom and liberation. And it doesn't have to be a person. It can be a work situation, a family situation, a love situation, a colleague situation. You want freedom and liberation with this energy. You're craving that. You're craving stepping up into your power. Mars gives you the courage to do so. So what do I mean by doing so? This is where you make a firm decision. Like if someone is talking to you in an aggressive manner or in a way that's trying to pull the worst out of you, you're going to be like, no, not today, not today. And I'm walking away. That's also an action. Sometimes we do not need to respond to everyone that's trying to trigger us, right? We do not, especially if you can see it's going to go really, conflict ridden. At this time, do not do that. You can really utilize this energy for projects. You can utilize it for exercise. You can utilize it for anything physical that you want to do. It's a great time to clean your home. You get physical. The more you move with this energy, the better you'll feel. The less you move, the more frustrated you'll be. Because it's Mars, and Mars needs action, it needs movement. It is the energy of actually taking physical action and moving out and getting some exercise. And you will be feeling hot. There's a lot of energy within you, right? Pent up energy. This is a lot of energy, strong energy coming in, and you're going to feel the need like, oof. And even if you're feeling like you're out of it a bit, like you need some rest and rejuvenation, I'm going to still tell you to move. Get out into nature, take a walk, do deep breathing. You need to do this. You got to move with this energy, because if you leave this energy sitting still for too long, it's prone to erupt and become a tsunami, right? That's what it can become, an actual tsunami of emotions. People will have a tsunami of emotions with each other and situations, various situations at work, wherever, maybe the grocery store. People will be prone to erupt, and there is accidents that can happen, impulsive energy, lashing out. take a deep breath. People prone to want to attack others more at this time. So my best advice, if you have a project, if you're thinking about your physical activity, you want to be, maybe you want to, if you have a good friend, maybe, and you want to play a competitive game, right, where you know this person's not going to be a sore loser, neither are you, definitely go for it in that energy. So it's good for competition in that essence, or even seeing the competition within yourself and like not focusing on everyone else, but focusing on you being the competition, that you're going to do better for yourself. You're going to work on your projects, you're going to work on your finances, you're going to work on your love life, you're going to work on something, because Mars is the actual energy of physical intimacy as well. So you can become physical intimate or want to at this time, but obviously these are healthy relationships and healthy relationship dynamics. You don't want someone bullying or forcing you into any situations, right? So remember that. Great energy to get motivated, to take action, to make choices, to seek freedom and liberation from any situation that makes you feel oppressed. If it's a work situation, you're feeling oppressed. If it's a relationship, if it's a friendship, if you're feeling somehow boxed in, you're going to want to step up into your power, and Mars gives you the courage. And this will be the courage if you use it in the right way, where you say no more and walk away, right? It's not where you engage. It's not where you're engaging in battle. Because if you engage in battle and that person is combative, you're going to be battling out. This is the time to be facing your fears, right? Your weaknesses, your past traumas will be triggered by this new moon in Scorpio. This is because we've been working through a lot of karmic energy with Scorpio. We've been working through it. Now, November 2021, we had the eclipses, Taurus and Scorpio. January 2022, North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio. The South Node is karmic, it's purging, it's releasing. Given that this is the blessed new moon without the South Node, yes, it still wants to clean out and clear out what is the gunk, right, that is still stuck within you when it comes to what you're holding on to. Do not engage in an internal battle with yourself. We can do that as human beings. An internal battle is, I'm just the worst. I could be doing better. I'm so frustrated with who I am. I'm so frustrated with where I am in my life. This is Scorpio energy, and Scorpio also rules, our financial matters. It rules also intimate matters. It rules our fears and anxieties and traumas, our psychology, the actual psychology of how we think and react to situations. So it can show you those aspects within yourself that maybe you're not fulfilling a certain need, or better word, not need, a desire within your life, because Scorpio rules our emotional desires within life. And if those desires are not feeling fulfilled or met within you, you might blame and attack yourself, put yourself down, be hard on yourself, or even harm oneself. If you are needing any help during this time, do seek either counseling or either anything to help you through these transformative processes, coaching, energetic healers, someone you can talk to, someone you can listen. We all go through difficult times, when there's times where we just feel the emotional load, especially when it comes to Scorpio, is a heavy weight on our shoulders, right? It's like, oh my goodness, I've been betrayed, I've been hurt, I've been taken advantage of, the worst has possibly happened to me. And that's the energy of Scorpio, because this is how Scorpio feels it. It feels it in the depths of the soul, like someone is taking my power away by treating me in the worst possible way, taking advantage, betrayal, lies, deceptions, because all of this will come to light with the Scorpio new moon. And this is where we step up into our power, that no one can touch your spirit. Yes, people can do these things, but it's up to you to take your power back, to step up into your power and say no more and walk away. And I know walking away is hard because there's connections that maybe we have with friends, family, longtime people, lovers, so forth. But when we make that decision to set focus on our liberation, Uranus and Taurus, our freedom, the sun opposite Uranus and Taurus is literally illuminating our sense of freedom, of breaking free from what we feel is like a chain around us. in some sort of way, whether it's emotionally through our own patterns or whether we feel emotionally in a chain around our necks by people and situations and circumstances around us. This is a turning point for great change, and it will be very rewarding. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is lord of the underworld, but Pluto is also known as the wealthy one. So you can really turn this in your favor. Definitely great for projects. If you got something you need to do, you can use this Mars energy because you will have the sun and the moon, your emotions, the sun giving you that va-va-voom, pushing you forward into making those changes and working towards what you want to accomplish. Definitely move your body, drink plenty of water, take care of yourself emotionally, especially if you're going through a difficult time, whether that is seeking help from a professional, doing an energetic clearing, or either spending some time with a friend who when you share how you feel is going to just give you support. Even when you share the most darkest parts of yourself, because Scorpio is that energy. It's where we feel completely vulnerable and all our insecurities are out there in the world. And if you have someone that you can truly share, like, look, I just feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders and I feel let down and I'm just a mess right now, and someone can really be there for you during that time and carry the weight and say, hey, I know it's raining right now, but the sun will come out and it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And I'm even here to tell you right now, it's gonna be okay. It is going to be okay. This is just a purge and a cleansing of you letting go and releasing what no longer serves you, and it is for your empowerment. There's power here in Scorpio. Don't sleep on the power of Scorpio to transform your life to your highest good. Okay, so we're going to get into the 12 signs now. Aries, this is a great new moon for a new and fresh start when it comes to your boundaries, where you give your energy both physically and energetically to others. You could be feeling drained. You might feel like, you just want to cut contacts with certain people. You are really focusing on your fears and anxieties and releasing them. This is good. This new moon shows a fresh start for you, as well as fresh starts to investments. So taking care of debts, taxes, loans, all of those things, new and fresh beginnings. Also anything energetically that you work towards will be good for you. And partnerships, you might be looking at partners' finances at this time. The square is from your second house, your income, right? Your earned income, your values, and how you value yourself and sense of self-worth. Aries, as you can tell, this is a lot about your sense of self-worth and value. There can be tension, especially with hidden things coming to light with this new moon for you, things that you need to see in order for you to value yourself, whether that has to do with your intimate relationships or whether that has to do with how you need to shift things when it comes to budgeting and finances. But it's definitely unearthing things for you in order for you to shift your psychology on things. And when it comes to our psychology, it's things that we sometimes experience in childhood that we hold on to, and we kind of set the tone of, this is what I deserve within this life. This is asking you to elevate your status when it comes to your finances. But this is asking, look at your upbringing, look at what you've learned, look at all your experiences build on our psychology, because that's when we start feeling certain things about things. And this is where you're shifting that perspective, looking at your values and making changes. There's a big change when it comes to Uranus also being that second house where, you might get news or, news in a way like, oh my goodness, I need to change things. Or, oh my goodness, unexpected income in some way or unexpected expenses. But this has to do with all your financial matters and also things that you need to pay off, and also debts, karmic debts when it comes to others. So do set those healthy boundaries if there's anyone draining you of your energy or even finances as well. Taurus, this new moon is happening opposite you. So your one-on-one connections, both personally and professionally, and it shows a new and fresh start. So meeting new people, connecting to new people when it comes to work, as well as romantically. A relationship can move to a new level. However, if there's any intensity or aggressiveness within this relationship or controlling dynamics, you are going to want to move away, because Uranus is in your sign, seeking freedom and liberation in you. So this is where you might seek liberation and freedom from any relationships that you feel are controlling or holding you back or keeping you stuck. And you are making that choice for you, and that's good for you. And once you do that, you can seek out new relationships that basically build on partnership. But even within an existing relationship, they can be healing, because Uranus and Taurus can tell you to think outside the box in order to, shift the way in which you do things, or how you interact, or how you react, in order for healing to happen within the relationship. But any relationships that feel aggressive, that seem controlling and domineering, this is where you will be seeking that liberation from those relationships, both personally and professionally. Gemini, this new moon is offering you new and fresh starts to your health, mentally, emotionally, and physically. This is where you're looking at your day-to-day routine. You might be feeling motivated to start something when it comes to exercise, diet, taking better care of yourself. Exercise as well will be very good for you during this time. You might also be thinking about ways in which to take action if it has to do with your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health as well. If there's any tension when it comes to conflicts, you might be pushed to want to step up into your power and say no more. There's also the square coming opposite, square in your 12th, and this is telling you you are really, going through this major shift, and with Uranus there, because it's been there since 2018, and it's been shifting your subconscious. And your subconscious is where we have to take care of our mental health, the things that keep us stuck in a rut. It's really good when we are shifting our subconscious. We look at patterns, we look at addictions, we look at emotional patterns that keep us stuck, and you're closing the door on certain situations. And through closing the door on patterns, addictions in any form, it doesn't only have to be drugs or alcohol. We have different addictions. Escapism can be an addiction, watching too much television, or giving your time, just to maybe to other people and not focusing on you. It can be addictive. People pleasing can be addictive. This is where you're closing the door, you're liberating yourself, and you're focusing on what is healthy for you and your day-to-day routine. The more energy you let go of and release of in your life, the more you can focus on your day-to-day routine and take better care of you. And like I said, when it comes to any colleagues that you feel, co-workers, colleagues that you feel that are aggressive or tense, you might be even pushed to step up into your power and say no more in a way or a form that is good for you. You might change your job, right? You might change where you work, or you might even consider, hey, this is where I draw the line and have the talk with you and tell you no more. But you're definitely stepping up into your power. You're taking care of your day-to-day routine, you're taking care of your health, you're taking care of your responsibilities, what's important to you. This is the energy of responsibilities, the things that we need to get done. And it can really motivate you to get things done. That's what this new moon is good for you. Getting things done, being productive, anything you want to be productive on, you most definitely can do that. However, it's going to come with the cost of saying no to the distractions, addictions, pastimes, things that just, keep you away from getting the things that you need to do. Procrastination, all those things. You're closing it, you're being productive. New and fresh start going forward. Cancer, this new moon is really good for romance, fresh starts when it comes to romance, meeting new people, exploring new territories. If you are in a relationship and there's any aggressive kind of energy, you'll be saying no more and stepping up into your power. This is where you'll be taking your power back. You're looking for fun, you're looking for pleasure. Really good for you to focus on creative projects. You will have the energy and the just drive to really get those creative things that you need to do done. So any projects, work projects, things that you focus on, Cancer, that you know that you need to get done, that's a project to you, you can get it done at this time. Maybe your project is to focus on your Christmas shopping and you want to get everything done. You have the energy and the drive to do so. You do have that square coming from your interactions and social interactions. You're seeming to want to break free when it comes to the interactions that you have and the people that you connect to. The groups around you, you feel disconnected from them. And with this new moon offering a fresh start, especially if a relationship is too aggressive or lacking drive or passion, you might close the door in seeking liberation through connections that you feel more aligned to, because that's where you are seeking this freedom. When it comes to your connections, you want to socialize, you want to meet people that, uplift your spirit. You want to feel alive with this energy. You want to have romance, you want to have pleasure, you want to have fun, you want to do the creative things. If you've been feeling stuck, you can really use this energy with Uranus there edging you on to really focus on like, hey, I'm not feeling stuck no more. My creative energies are flowing. I have the juice and now I'm going to produce, basically. Leo, this new moon is taking place in your home and family matters. So it's great for new beginnings, fresh starts, decorating the home, renovating the home, cleansing and clearing the home, doing all the things you need to do when it comes to your home, looking at making changes to your home. Either you want to move home or you've just moved and need to clear out and you can really get busy. Because Mars is there too, it's like saying, hey, what do you need to do with your home? You can do it now. Do you want to redecorate? Do you want to renovate? You can take action upon it. Do you want to create beautiful art and look at it within your home space? You have the energy to do it. It's also really good for new and fresh starts when it comes to family matters. Watch out though, because Mars is with that energy and that can bring some tension, aggravation to family matters. But however, you're setting boundaries. You do have the square though. And the square is at the top of your chart, right? And this has to do with your goals, your ambitions, and your sense of reputation. You're wanting to break free. You want to break free from anything that confines you, especially when it comes to your career or goals or dreams or aspirations. And if it's a family dynamic or if it has to do with, anything that, maybe your comfort zone too. This is the area of comfort where you're seeking that comfort. You are breaking free from comfort in order to liberate yourself, to focus on those goals and the ambitions that you have within your life and sense of purpose. This does highlight your sense of, reputation, and you might want to even lead the direction when it comes to a family dynamic. Maybe there's a dispute and tension going on, but you're the one who steps up and actually says, here are the boundaries. This is what needs to be done. You, the leader in the situation. And it's through your sense of originality, uniqueness, and thinking outside of the box that you can really move forward when it comes to any challenges, when it comes to the family dynamic. But it does offer this new and fresh start through this energy. So really good for that. New beginnings for family, new energy coming to family. If you need to set any boundaries, most definitely do so at this time. But really focus on you, because Uranus is highlighting your reputation, right? Virgo, this new moon for you is happening in your communication, how you are thinking, expressing yourself. So there might be new ideas of thinking, communicating, maybe something that you want to learn, a new approach. It's really good for getting your to-do list done, running those errands, and maybe making some changes within your environment, your immediate environment, or even your work environment where you spend your time. You're making these changes to your environment. People might be communicating a lot with you at this time. Now, we do have Mars also in the same energy. So be aware of aggressive communication from others. Be aware of that, especially when it comes to, because the square is, and the square has to do with your beliefs. So your sense of beliefs, how your higher perspective. So maybe people don't share the same belief systems as you. And things can become pretty intense, especially when it comes to belief systems. So you might also be prone to step up into your power and speak in a very authoritative manner when it comes to anyone that's crossing the line, when it comes to your sense of beliefs. Beliefs are important. What we believe is what we achieve, okay? So if you are having issues with anyone basically coming down on you in your sense of beliefs, this will be not the time to do it. As well as with, not only is it your beliefs, it's also your sense of liberation and freedom. So there is a big call for freedom of communication or even heavy thoughts that are blocking you. All right, because this is where what we think is what we create, also energy. So any heavy thoughts that are blocking you, you are thinking of ways, well, not thinking, but you are wanting to liberate yourself, find a new way forward. This is really great if you are making any changes in essence of philosophical approach or even spirituality, or making changes when it comes to higher education. Right? Because it's all about education and what you're learning as well. You might be drawn like, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe I don't want to pursue what I'm learning and I want to shift what I'm learning in a different way, right? Maybe the course that I'm designing, I want to shift it. If you are doing courses and designing courses, this is where you're shifting your perspective, you're shifting your mind. Mars, though, will be very difficult for you to sleep. Your mind and your mental chatter will be high, and you are a sign that's prone to anxiety. So watch how you communicate with yourself. What are you saying within your head? What are you allowing others to say to you that filters through into your thoughts? This is where you step up into your power and you say no more of that energy, right? I'm not going to accept communication that's either draining, belittling, complaints taking away from my energy. I'm trying to focus my mind on a higher perspective. I'm seeking freedom mentally. You are truly seeking that freedom mentally. This is great for travel. If you have any travel plans at this time, you need to look at the higher perspective. You need to see the wisdom within the situation to break free. A lot of freedom is coming to you, but it's all going to come to you through how you think and how you express yourself. And when you set the boundaries when other people communicate with you as well, because people will be wanting to communicate a lot with you during this new moon. However, you can get news like that you've been waiting for at this time. You can also get news of something that maybe you didn't expect, because it's all about communication and information coming to light as well. Libra, new beginnings and fresh starts when it comes to your earned income, money, skills, and talents. This is where you think about upping your skills and talents, working on a project to build on boosting your income. It's all about your money. You might even be, with this new moon, you might want to purchase something that can help you boost your income. It's all about your money. And you'll be very focused on your money and what you can do to improve your money. You might even spoil yourself a little bit, if you especially been working hard and feel you deserve it. So you are looking at your money. And please, Libra, spoiling oneself is good for you, because sometimes when we spoil ourselves, it's like showing ourselves, hey, I appreciate you. I know you need the self-care and I'm giving it to you because you deserve it. And when the universe sees that we deserve it and we show gratitude to ourselves and appreciate ourselves and our hard work, the universe will give to you more. But this is really good for new and fresh starts to your income, new and fresh starts to your skills and talents. Now the square is coming to your investments and maybe a partner's finances, as well as debt, right? Loans and so forth like that. Things might be very shaky, especially if you're in a partnered situation, a living situation, a married situation, maybe a family situation where their finances impacts you. So as soon as someone's finances impacts you, this is where things are a bit turbulent, especially because of Uranus being in that energy. However, you will seek the way forward because somehow you are blessed with a lot of abundance during this new moon. And you can really meet your challenges as long as you use that Mars energy to focus on your income. You might even get news maybe about anything you've been investing or working on. You can be very blessed at this new moon. The whole goal for you, Libra, is to focus on your finances, focus on your income, focus on the work that you do, feel motivated and passionate about it and reap the rewards. And like if there's anyone that you need to set healthy boundaries with as well, Libra, because you can get some truth too because of the square to Uranus happening in the area of life that has to bring things hidden to light. If you get any truth or if you see anyone's being deceptive or anyone it has a change in energy towards you, meaning that you're just not feeling like they vibe with you, listen to that. Value yourself and walk away. It's all about your values too. You need to value yourself and your interactions matter because you are a sign of interactions. So if you're interacting with people who devalue you, who do not appreciate you, who are just there for you to people please, guess what? You're going to see a decrease in your energy and your money. This is where you're stepping up into value. And when you step up into value, you value yourself, you value your interactions, and you value your time. And the people that you interact with is your time. So make sure that it's of value to you. And it's valuable interactions. And once you start seeing that within your life, you can really boost your income. But really good for finances, really good for seeing what you need to see. Breaking free from psychological patterns that maybe kept you stuck financially. Psychological patterns is where people make you feel unworthy and undeserving of love. And when we feel undeserving and unworthy of love, guess what? It impacts our finances because the heart chakra is where we receive. So when we are feeling unworthy and unlovable, or maybe people have taken advantage of our kindness, we feel betrayed in a sense. And this makes us feel unworthy of receiving. Set those healthy boundaries, focus on you and grow yourself. And I promise you, you will see the blessings upon blessings. Scorpio, happy birthday, blessed new moon in your sign with the sun, moon, and Mars. You are the one. You are the one setting the tone. People should not come at you wrong at this new moon because you're motivated on you, your actions, your goals, what you want, what's important to you, and you deserve to, right? You've been through it. You've been through it, Scorpio, since November of 2021. right? With the eclipses starting there in your sign, Scorpio, and the opposite sign, Taurus. Hello. So you've been going through the South Node transit. The South Node is finally out of your sign. And it's telling you, what have you learned? You've lost a lot. You've grieved a lot. You've surrendered a lot. You've purged a lot. You've lost loved ones. You've lost a lot of things, right? But you still have you. And Scorpio, you are powerful. And this new moon is reminding you that you are a powerhouse. Mars is at home in the sign of Scorpio. It's telling you to take action and motivation, show courage and determination. Transform whatever you feel is your fears, anxieties, and pain into power and move forward. This square, the opposition is coming basically, like the opposition is with people outside of you. So you might feel like people are, you know, maybe breaking free or pulling away, or you feel like people are just changeable, like they just, you know, one person in, one person out. This has been going on since 2018, right, with Uranus there. So you could be feeling this energy of like, maybe I need to seek out different relationships that are more in alignment to who I've become, because I've been on a journey, right? 2021, that's when the eclipses started in your sign with the South Node. And that was a big karmic purge and release for you. As well as from 2020, you've been dealing with the Saturn in Aquarius energy that only changed this year in March of 2023 into Pisces. So you've been dealing with a lot of restriction, a lot of letting go, a lot of releasing. It's been a lot of clearing for Scorpio. This is your moment of power. And you'll be setting the tone. You'll be setting the boundaries when it comes to others and your connections. And you'll be setting yourself free from connections you no longer wish to be connected to. You'll be setting the tone. You'll be like, I'm a new person. And you're going to feel like a new person with this new moon. I'm different. If I think of myself in 2020 and who I am today, you Scorpio, you'll be thinking like, I'm such a different person. I've been through it. And you know what? I deserve the best. And I'm motivated towards my actions, my goals, my priorities. I'm motivated towards me. And I'm finally letting go of connections that no longer serve me. And I'm ready and I'm liberating myself with the freedom to find the connections that do. Sagittarius, right? For you, this new moon is about closing old chapters. Even time of like subconscious healing, all the patterns that you've been releasing over the last 2 years. And you've been closing a lot of doors, ending a lot of cycles, spending a lot of time in solitude. This could have also been a very spiritual journey for you, where you would have to turn away from the outside world and turn inward. And you've been on this journey since the past 2 years. This new moon is offering you a new and fresh start to your subconscious. You might feel exhausted, you might feel tired, and you might still want to put an end to certain cycles that you feel you need to close the door on a chapter on. The opposition is coming from basically your day-to-day routine, your work life, maybe even co-workers, things that you feel are taking away from your health. So anything that you deem that is unhealthy when it comes to your connections and situations, you really need to clear out of your life. I would tell you to seriously focus on your health, mentally, emotionally, and physically. If you're feeling emotional due to endings and closing out chapters, give yourself the moment to feel your feelings. Let the tears flow, because that's what heals us. Give yourself that moment, right? It is a very beneficial new moon for you. It does ask for rest. It does ask for rejuvenation. It does show you that hidden elements can come to light. See what you need to see. Don't be afraid to close the door and say no more, because when you do that, you step up into empowerment, right? Don't be afraid of it. And I know you're not afraid. It's almost birthday time, right? It's around the corner. So you close the old chapters, you say goodbye, you move on to a new version of yourself, because we're no longer in the cycle of eclipses in Scorpio and Taurus, and the Scorpio eclipses with the South Node, right? In your subconscious was a lot of deep healing and transformation, letting go, walking away, making big changes, changing completely everything. The 12th house is where we just end and wipe clean. And you've been doing a lot of ending and wiping clean. You've been doing a lot of psychological healing to your mental health, your emotional health, and taking care of yourself. And even your physical health has gone through those challenges as well with this journey. But you're still here, you're still strong. You got what it takes to basically close those chapters and allow for new beginnings and fresh starts. So you're ready for birthday time when it is your time to shine. Okay? Capricorn, this new moon offers you new beginnings when it comes to your social interactions and connections, collaborations, people that you associate with. This is where you might decide to join a new group. You might get a lot of invitations. You might even want to spend some time with your friends. You just want to connect to people during this time. There's a lot of connection coming through. Mars, though, shows there's a lot of tension when it comes to your social interactions, almost like aggressive energy, or you might even want to set the tone, set the boundary. But it's really good. You can utilize this energy with, besides the social interactions and gatherings, best for focusing on your future vision and dreams that you have for yourself. Mars will give you the action, the motivation to lead the way forward into the future vision that you have for yourself, Capricorn. Now you do have, right, the opposite energy coming through, which has to do with your romantic life, your fun, your pleasure, and projects. They could be very turbulent and chaotic, right? And that can also bring a lot of frustration, even with Mars in your interactions, maybe when it comes to romance, even some conflict and tension. But you're stepping out of that. You're really focusing on utilizing this energy for your future vision and dreams for yourself. So ask yourself, what do I see for myself? What is my vision? What is my dream? And how can I take action towards it? And do the people I associate myself with, do they hold the same vision and dream for me? Do I see my future with these people, whether it's friends, lovers, whoever may be, family, whatever connections that you have? If they are taking away from your energy, you are setting the tone and setting the boundary and saying no more. Aquarius, this is a beautiful new moon for new and fresh starts to your goals, ambitions, sense of purpose, career, anything you're doing to advance yourself moving forward. So there's a lot of new beginnings and fresh starts for you there. However, Mars is with this energy. So watch out for any conflict when it comes to authority figures, right? Anyone in authority, employers, parents, anyone who feels they're the boss of you, basically. You do get those people who are bossy by nature, right? So when those people have the sense of authority, this is where they want to push their authority overboard. Step up into your empowerment, because this is happening in your energy of Mars boosting your reputation. You can reap the rewards for hard work that you put in. Definitely step up into your empowerment. Do not take any nonsense from anyone. Okay? But know that you can really use this energy in the most best possible way. What are your goals? Goals are different for everyone. Is your goals happiness? Is your goals to step up into a new career opportunity? Mars is pushing you to do so. Anything new when it comes to career will be great. Anything new when it comes to your goals. Anything new when it comes to your sense of purpose. Standing up for yourself or anyone that's trying to take advantage will be good for you. Now, you do have the opposite energy coming when it comes to your home and family dynamic. There might be unexpected changes when it comes to family, or even unexpected changes when it comes to family. Unexpected change, like your family, home life. And this has been going on since 2018. Unexpected things happening with home, family, things just changing, topping, turning, people coming in and out. So a lot of changes, right, for you. And those, because of that opposition energy, the family area can bring a lot of tension. It can bring a lot of concern, and maybe even take you away from focusing on your goals and what is good for you, or even the career changes that you need to make. This can build a lot of tension. So set your boundaries and focus on what is good for you and how you can boost your sense of purpose, because this new moon is offering you that gift. Set those boundaries where you need to set those boundaries, whether it's loved ones, whether it's an authority figure, whether you need, if you're unhappy with an employer, make those changes for your betterment moving forward. Make the changes. It'll be good for you and it'll be very rewarding for you. And you can reap the rewards of hard work you put in previously. So go for it and make those changes that are important for you, for your growth, for your sense of purpose, for your personal goals, as well as any career stuff that you really feel you want to go after. You got the Midas touch, you can go after it. Pisces, I feel like this new moon will be very good for you. Right, this new moon is all about expansion, growth, wisdom, higher education, travel, expanding your mind, philosophical pursuits, creating a course, teaching a course, stepping up into a teacher, or either learning something. This is new beginnings and fresh starts to your perspective. As you shift your perspective, right? And if you let go of any perspectives that you feel are too heavy, you know, this is where you shift those perspectives, and how you believe in yourself is what you achieve. So you completely shifting your belief systems. This is where if you've been stuck in a routine, you're going to go out and have an adventure. You're going to do something different. You're going to go to a place you haven't gone before. You are stepping outside of your comfort zone. You might even speak to people from different countries, whether it's online or in your space physically. And this is going to shift your perspective. You do have that opposition though, where you need to watch for your communication. Like unexpected news might come to you, or unexpected ideas. You could have epiphanies, or people will be communicating with you in giving you news about various things. You might even go through unexpected changes within your environment, right? If you need to travel, especially if it's like by vehicle, because you are doing something outside of your routine, I would tell you, please check your vehicle, make sure everything is working. You don't want unexpected things to happen to your vehicle. This would be the time for you to really focus on how you can expand and grow within your life. I see this being a blessed new moon for you, right? Because you are looking for expansion and growth. You're looking to, you know, enrich your life. You're looking for a deeper spiritual pursuit too. And because of that Uranus energy within your mind, it's telling you your mind is giving you ideas, epiphanies, and the way in which you're communicating is outside of the box. It's very enriching. You might even be learning various things. This is very much a time where you should seek furthering yourself in some way, shape, or form in order to grow and prosper and gaining wisdom. And Pisces, you're an excellent teacher. So even the things that you learn via in passing or through experience, when you share it with others, you have lots of wisdom to give. Your oracle card message for this new moon happening on the 13th of November 2023. The first card I pulled was a snake. And then the next card is Have Faith. And this card, the snake, is from Spirit Allies Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. This was gifted to me. And the Magical Mermaid Oracle is basically about mermaids. Let's get into the message now. The snake, how important. This is about transformation and healing and releasing. This is Scorpio season. And Scorpio is connected to the snake energy, where we shed the old. Right, an old skin, where we shed the old and step into the new, and we are having a new moon. Have faith that your prayers are going to be answered. Your manifestations are coming true. Have the faith that it's happening for you. This is happening. You just need to have faith. Be faithful in your process of the transformation that you're going through, because Scorpio season is that transformation. It is the shedding, it is the releasing, it is the healing. Right? If you think of all the symbols of all the medical ambulances and so forth, hospitals, we see the snake as well, because the snake is that energy of healing. It's where we shed what is old, whether we have wounds or whether we've been injured, so forth like that. We are shedding that energy physically, emotionally, and we need that healing, and we're giving ourselves that time, but we are remaining faithful, that knowing what we are manifesting, what we are calling into our lives is going to come about. So do not give up. Do not give up through your shedding process. Do not give up through your purge. Do not give up through your transformation, even though it might feel dark, right? And you might feel lonely, okay? If you think about snakes, they're lonesome, right? They most times are traveling by themselves. Have faith, because Spirit is with you. This golden light is telling you Spirit is with you. God is with you. Your angels are with you. Your spirit allies, your guidance, your connection to the universe, your connection to source in whatever shape it may be or form it may be. They're with you. They're guiding you. And they're telling you, have faith through this process. Sure, it's uncomfortable. Think about when snakes need to share. Do you think it feels comfortable? You're outgrowing your own skin. It doesn't feel comfortable. You just got to let it happen, right? And that is exactly what's happening to you. But you need to have faith. You need to remain faithful to your spirits, to your energy, to you, and know that your manifestations are going to come true. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed Scorpio new moon. It's packing a punch. It's coming in with power. And like I said, down below is the timestamps for the sun, moon, and rising, as well as a link for readings, as well as a link for appreciation of these videos. Stay blessed. Thank you so much for being here. Love to you.